What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We are here today to do a little, como se dice, small business vlog. First and foremost, we have to go ahead and prep my orders, which we will do on my iPad. And then we will get into making my orders. Maybe we'll do a little pack and chat. It's been a while, and I think y'all deserve a little life update. So we will get into that today. But yeah, let's open her up. Now, on my last day in the life, I prepped my orders for the first time on my iPad on camera, and I had some people message me asking if I could do a little tutorial. I'm going to do a mini tutorial on how I did this. This is super fun once I have all of my orders prepped. First of all, everything's categorized, and you have a small business like myself that have different types of products. Things can get everywhere. I was doing them on my phone, having all of my order intakes done on my phone. I know some people just print out their orders and they just see it on paper like that. Being able to look at it this way, where I can just zoom out and look at everything that I need to make, has been a game changer for me. With that being said, let me show you how I do this. So I went ahead and started a new note so that we can see exactly how I did it. So I go ahead and click these letter A's. There is this icon here. You want to click it there, and then it'll come up with the bar, and this is how you create those subcategories. I'll just remake it, so I'll write stickers. This is where I go ahead and I change the color. I make it bigger. Let's see, you can go ahead and underline it, whatever your heart desires, right? When you press enter, it'll go ahead and make another one. Press enter twice and it'll delete it. And this is where you can start making your little check mark tabs. First sticker, right? And then you press enter again and it'll write the next one, and you can keep doing that, right? And then what's really cool is that when you check one off, it'll go to the bottom. And then you can just focus on whatever else you have next. Do the same thing again. You press it twice, it'll delete whatever thing you were working on. You press this again, you press that little icon, and now you can do bookmarks. Okay, you want to be fancy like I have been. Make it colorful, make it bigger, and underline it, you know. And then there you go. If you're anything like me, where you're a little type A, this is a game changer. Let me know if you try it out. Let me know if you have questions, and tell me what you think. Do you love it? Do you hate it? How are we feeling about this? For me, 10 out of 10. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get these orders ready to go so I know what I'm looking at. And as you can see, I don't have many orders. Okay, today was a very slow day, and that's okay. I think this is, again, exactly why I'm doing this, why I'm making a YouTube channel, why I want to post the reality of being a small business owner, especially being a small business owner who has, I think, a decent following on social media, because it's very easy to assume that someone like myself has all these orders coming in all the time. I mean, I've seen people who have 100,000, plus followers who get 0 orders in a day. So honestly, it makes someone like me feel a lot better, because when I get not many orders in a day, it's like, okay, this is actually normal, and this is okay, and this is the reality of what this looks like, and not just a dream that you see on socials. So not many orders, but nevertheless, I am so grateful for every order that comes my way. And a lot of these are already done, so there's not really much to make today. This gives me room to work on the things that I need to work on the back end of my business. So let's get into the next step. All right, guys, now we're going to go ahead and cut my thank you cards that I do make myself. And then we are going to make the products and package these orders. Alright guys, stickers are made. I went ahead and did these off camera. So for every season I usually do a free mini. It goes with every sticker order. These ones are just peachy. I thought they were perfect for spring. I did these actually last year as well, so if you're a repeat customer coming in for spring, I'm sorry, but like I had to do it again. But don't worry, I'm still working on making another one. I always like to do new designs for those who do come back, so you guys get a new mini every time. But anyway, so now that all that is done, I thought while I prep my packaging, we can do a little pack and chat. I wanted to give you guys a little life update because it's been a minute. This video that I posted was the first video I've posted since I've been back. I kind of took a little hiatus, and by little I mean 8 months. That's a very long time. I think I have some explaining to do. I know that I was amping it up. I was so excited to get started on YouTube, and I was. We've all been through this one way or the other. We self-sabotage, that we aren't capable of doing all the things that we see these massive creators doing, and I think that was completely unfair for my potential because I know what I'm capable of, but in the moment when life kind of gets in the way, and I mean for me it was more personal life stuff, it's just very easy to hit burnout mode. I launched a bundle last month called the Burnout Bundle, actually, because I was so burnt out. I was just at my wit's end. I knew I just needed to not try to do everything at once. I think subconsciously I tend to be a little bit of an overachiever. That can be a great mindset to have, but no one really talks about how toxic it can be sometimes, where you don't give yourself the credit you deserve. You don't allow yourself to slow down. You think that resting is being lazy. There was a lot of things that I was working on. I knew that once I started my business that I wanted to go all in, and that's what I've been doing. I've been doing this full time. Now I feel a bit recharged. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I still feel like I have my days, and there are things currently happening right now that remind me to slow down, but I'm learning to balance it. Anyway, I did want to give a quick update about my dog Charlie. I had a couple people actually ask how he's been doing, and I didn't think that his story would be as impactful as it was for some people. It made the entire experience of me sharing because I was so nervous. I've never talked about my personal life on camera, but knowing that there's a community out there that is needed. Social media, when it comes to senior dogs and older dogs going through the struggle of becoming old, isn't talked about as much. Who's going through this right now, who's having to pretty much be a caregiver for my senior dog. It is so hard. If you don't know what's been going on with Charlie, he is my 10-year-old dog who pretty much 7 to 8 months ago, maybe a little more than that, back then, he started to struggle to walk on his back legs. When we took him to the vet, they had told us that they X'd out arthritis and they X'd out anything cancerous in his body. And they referred us to a specialist because they now believe that it's neurological. Going to a specialist is beyond expensive, and knowing that it's something neurological means he's going to have to get an MRI to figure out what exactly that is. Seeing how much older he's gotten and how much he's slowed down, honestly, it's been one of the hardest things I've had to go through. Watching my dog deteriorate before my eyes, actually called anticipatory grief, because you are seeing and living with someone that you love so dearly, but you know aren't going to be there sooner than later. I know things could be a lot worse, and also things could be a lot better, and it's just like, you know, there's just those days that you look at your glass half full and you look at your glass half empty. Trying to really appreciate the days I look at my glass half full. Anyway, I've talked enough. Now you know a little bit of my update, and to know that if you are going through something similar, I just recommend you look for your support system and you give yourself grace, because we're all human at the end of the day. And don't forget to drink water. Let's pack some orders, ASMR edition, and I'll see you on the next one.